君はね確かにあの時私のそばにいたいつだっていつだっていつだってすぐ横で笑っていたなくしても取り戻す君を I will never leave you
Battle, then I'll take it to the street where there's no rules. Take off the gloves, rip face to down. Gotta prove my skills, so get down. My lyrical depth is a roll battle, smack down now. Gotta shoot to kill and shoot to skill. Don't you be afraid, man's gotta do how it feels. 6 to 7 to 8 to 9, 10. I flip the script to make it to the top 10. Go.
Taking rock, I rode away from a sunless room. Windless night, moonlight nuts. My ghost we should go.
First to my better shit, thoughts provoke the new era. Become a bit terror, but my only rival is my shadow. Rewind the plane back if it's my own era. Get low to the ground, it's getting better like I told you before. Double up a dead road cheddar. L to the J, say stay laced. Here's my car, me with a flush, and I'm the ace.
Welcome back everybody, the Acer here. Today we're going to start playing Persona 3 FES. This is one of my favorite JRPGs ever. So yeah, Persona 3 and 4 that are both for PS2, and I plan on playing them both on my channel. But first I think there's another cutscene, so I'll let you guys see that. Be with you in a second. Alright guys, so for Persona 3 FES, there are two options. You have the answer and, well, I said that backwards, the journey and the answer. For the regular Persona 3, it was just the journey, and you just went straight into the game, but for the re-release Persona 3 FES, you have the answer. First we're going to do the journey, naturally. So we'll just configure this a bit, and what will we do? We will auto-advance, tactics memory, that's fine. That's fine. So, new game. I'm not sure if you guys know anything about Persona, but the idea is to use your inner subconscious to overcome obstacles in the game. So, I like how they did like an artistic twist on it and literally have like your inner subconscious coming out and fighting things. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling, so let's just play the game, guys. I certainly hope you guys enjoy it, because I know I did. We don't need to know what to add it. I already kind of told you, so. Unfortunately, I am playing this on my computer, and my previous save was on my PS2. So, I don't have any data to carry over, so I can't start a new game plus. We're going to start this game from fresh, and we're not going to play on hard. We're going to choose to play on normal. Reason being is because I don't want to get my butt completely kicked and look like a complete retard. Okay? So we'll play it on normal. Okay? Because this game is very hard. Okay? They don't pull any punches with this game. Yes, let's go. So, the journey and the answer are both about 50 hours long. So it's like 100 hours, basically. I'll try to fast track, but no guarantees, guys.
Are you serious? Get it? No? You're an idiot. Yeah, I'm at the station right now.
Attention passengers. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience caused by the delay. The next stop is Ewood.
You got to let it move first, let it out.
Ewood Todai.
Then to press, let's get it up. Then what you gonna do is
Ewood Todai. Ewood Todai. This is the final train bound for Tatsumi Port Island. Please make sure you board in time for departure. Ewood Todai. Ewood Todai.
You're late. I've been waiting a long time for you. Now, if you want to proceed, please sign your name there. It's a contract. Don't worry. All it says is that you'll accept full responsibility for your actions. You know, the usual stuff.
Alright, so we're going to try and make this name here as Japanese as possible. This is a Japanese RPG, so let's try Nishima. Whoops. Okay, back. Okay. Next, we'll call him Jim. Back. Delete.
No one can escape time. It delivers us all to the same end. You can't plug your ears and cover your eyes. And so it begins.
Who's there?
Takeba, wait!
You're gonna love these characters. I know I did. I guess too.
I didn't think you'd arrive so late. My name is Mitsuru Kirijo. I'm one of the students who live in the storm.
Who's he?
He's a transfer student. It was a last-minute decision to assign him here. He'll eventually be moved to a room in the boys' dorm.
Is it okay for him to be here?
I guess we'll see. This is Yukari Takeba. She'll be a junior this spring, just like you.
Hey,
This would be my obvious question. Let's just ask.
huh? Well, it's sorta like a hobby. Well, not a hobby, but
You know how it is these days. It's for self-defense. It's not a real gun, of course. It's getting late, so you should get some rest. Your room's on the second floor at the end of the hallway. Your things should already be there.
oh, I'll show you the way. Follow me.
So this game is also set in high school, so you do have to go to school while you fight monsters and stuff. It's pretty cool.
This is it. Pretty easy to remember, huh? Since it's right at the end of the hall. Oh yeah, make sure you don't lose your key, or you'll never hear the end of it. So, any questions? Huh? What contract? Can I ask you something? I
Oh,
see.
sorry.
Never mind then. Well, I better get going. I'm sure you still have other questions, but let's save them for later, okay? Good night.
Now I did some testing because I'm emulating this game right now. I did some testing and everything looks okay, but I can't foresee in the future what might happen in terms of graphics. But everything looks okay.
It's Yukari. Are you awake?
Oh yeah, you can kind of date your friends. So that's also cool.
Good morning. Did you sleep okay?
And other girls that you meet at the school.
Mitsuru-senpai asked me to take you to school. It's getting late, so... Are you ready to go?
Chit-chit.
Okay, then let's go. So, that's it. See? There it is.
What a slacker.
All I do is
Morning, good morning. Well, this is it. We're here. Welcome to Gekko-kan High School. Hope you like it. You're okay from here, right? You should go see your homeroom teacher first. The faculty office is right there to the left. And that concludes the tour. Do you have any questions before I go? Me? I don't know. I haven't looked at the classroom assignments yet. Hey, about last night, don't tell anyone what you saw, okay? See you later.
Well, what did I see? A couple of girls walking around in a dorm strapped? Yeah. I'm in class F, guys. I'm kind of one of those RPG players that talk to everybody, so you guys are probably going to hate me for that. Later on, you actually have to join some clubs, and depending what clubs you join, it kind of limits who you can date, right? So I can't remember what club she's in. I think she's in the basketball club. So if you join that club, you can actually end up dating her. Or is it soccer? Or is it track and field? Probably track and field. I know where the faculty office is. I'm just going to show you guys where I can. Can't go up there yet. Can't go over there yet. Alright, let's go. Oh yeah, you can buy items from this guy over here. This is one of your teachers, your math teacher. No, I don't. Oh, I have 3,000 yen. Nice. Is that yen? Or is yen Chinese? Can't remember. Whatever. I'm gonna call it yen. Okay, this thing is pastries, just food. And you can buy gifts for girls that you want to date as well, to make them like you more. Because there is as you progress your... I can't get into my menu yet. Okay. Anyway, as you progress your persona strength, you can increase the strength of each individual type of persona. Like, you have different types. You have chariot, lovers, I think shadow or something like that. And depending on which one you date, like for example, she might be chariot. If you increase your love link to her, your chariot persona link increases. I can't remember what that does to persona, but it's a good thing. So it's something to pursue. Let's take it. Whiz, yeah, let's take a whiz. That's a good way to make your stats better in the game when you go to the area where you fight enemies. Like, for whatever reason, if you stay out late inside of a dungeon, your condition will worsen, so you can actually end up getting sick. And when you get sick, your abilities in battle weaken, and you're more easily to be knocked over, and that lowers your defense as well. So if you're feeling tired or whatnot, you can also sleep in class, or if you you're not feeling too great, you can just use the washroom, and that will improve your condition. And it's a good idea to pay attention while you're in your class, because you can actually, no, you will end up being quizzed. So you have exams in this game as well. And doing well in school and doing well with the ladies and all that affects your stats too. You can talk to her and date her too.
Oh, are you the new student? 11th grade, correct? Wow, you've lived in a lot of different places. Let's see. In 1999, that was what, 10 years ago? Your parents... I'm sorry. I've been so busy I didn't have time to read this beforehand. I'm Miss Toriumi. I teach composition. Welcome to our school. Wow, such enthusiasm. Have you seen the classroom assignments? You're in 2F. That's my class. But first, we need to go to the auditorium. The welcoming ceremony will be starting soon. Follow me.
As you begin the new school year, I'd like each of you to remember the proverb, if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing well. When applied to student life, this means
Psst, hey! You came to school with Yukari this morning, right? I saw you two walking together. Hey, I have a question. Do you know if she has a boyfriend? I see. I thought you might know, but I guess not. So how well do you know her?
I hear talking. I believe it's someone in Ms. Toriumi's class.
Shh, be quiet. You're going to get me in trouble.
What's up, dude? How's it going? Me? I'm Junpei Iori. Nice to meet you. I transferred here when I was in 8th grade. I know how tough it is being the new kid. So wanted to say, hey, see what a nice guy I am? Hey, it's Yucatan. I didn't think we'd be in the same class again.
At it again, huh? I swear you'll talk to anyone if they'll listen. Did you ever think you might be bothering someone?
What? But I was just being friendly.
If you say so. Anyway, it looks like we're in the same homeroom.
It must be fate. Let's creep her out, guys.
Funny, huh?
Hello? Are you forgetting that I'm in this class too? By the way, I heard you two came to school together this morning. What's up with that? Come on, give me the dirt.
What are you talking about? We live in the same dorm. There's nothing going on, okay? Why are people even talking about it? Now you have me worried. Hey, you didn't say anything to anyone about, you know what, did you? Okay, good.
I'm gonna try to date Yukari this time.
Don't say anything
I
about
tried last
night,
time, but I don't
right?
think it actually happened.
What?
Last night?
Wait a minute! Don't get the wrong idea! Listen! I I just met him yesterday, and there's absolutely nothing between us. Jeez. I've gotta go. I've got something to take care of for the archery team. But you better not start any rumors.
Who cares? No one takes rumors seriously anyway. She's so paranoid. But hey, it's your first day here and people are already talking about you. Believe it or not, she's actually pretty popular. You the man! This is gonna be a fun year. I can feel it.
Now this game potentially has a lot of grinding involved. What I'm gonna do is try to hide that grinding from you guys. I'll just tell you how much I level up by it, or you guys can actually see it when I open the menu or whatever. Alright? So I'm not gonna show grinding, because I think that's kind of boring. Alright, let's see.
Welcome back.
So this place does eventually get more lively, naturally. I love the music in this game too. Can I even go back up? Oh, I think this is where the answer happened. Somewhere around here. I'm giving you guys tiny spoilers. Nothing to steal. It's kind of easy to skip cutscenes, but I'll try not to do that.
I'm going out for a bit.
Hmm?
Didn't you see the newspaper? There's a lot going on.
I know. People who had no problems before are suddenly developing acute cases of apathy syndrome. I've seen it in the news quite often lately. They say it's due to stress, but...
Yeah, right. It has to be them. Otherwise, it's not worth my time.
You have a one-track mind. Will you be okay on your own? The chairman will be here for the next few days, but after that, I can...
Don't worry, I'm just getting a little practice.
This isn't a game, Akihiko.
So every full moon, something happens in the game, more or less. Charm is so important in this game. It helps you get dates. I think that's one of the reasons why I couldn't date Yukari. I needed a very, very high charm and high intelligence as well. You can befriend just about anybody. But remember, you only have about 1 year in this game. Right? They tell you that at the beginning of the game.
Oh, he's back.
So, this is our new guest. Good evening. My name is Shuji Ikutsuki. I'm the chairman of the board for your school. Ikutsuki. Hard to say, isn't it? That's why I don't like introducing myself. Even I get tongue-tied sometimes. Please, have a seat. I apologize about the confusion regarding your accommodations. However, it may take a while longer before you receive the proper room assignment. Is there anything you'd like to ask? There were only 4 students in this dorm. You, Yukari here, Mitsuru, and a senior named Akihiko Sanada. I hope you all get along. Any other questions? To welcome you, of course. Well, to be honest, I do have other business here. Speaking of which, where's Mitsuru, Yukari?
She's upstairs.
As diligent as always, although it doesn't hurt to come down and say hello. Is there anything else?
I really like this game because it really fleshes out your character. It shows their strengths and their weaknesses. Considering this game has like elemental weaknesses as well, like certain types of Persona are stronger than other Persona, just like elementals from like Chrono Cross or Chrono Trigger.
You saw something strange. Like what? You were probably just tired. I wouldn't worry about it. Do you have another question? Then I hope you have a successful school year. Now, if you'll excuse me. You must be tired from all the excitement. You should go to bed early. As they say, the early bird catches the bookworm. Please forgive the pun.
Yeah, he tells bad jokes.
You'll get used to his lame jokes.
Working hard? So, how's he doing?
He went to bed a little while ago. He's asleep now. Mr. Chairman, do you think he's...
Well, let's wait and see for now. The dark hour is approaching.
That was the Bayside Rockers. Well, that's all the time we have for this week. Be sure to tune in again next week. KJ
Totally.
The
There's nothing
preceding
a few
program
beers
was
won't
brought to you by Dorito Electronics, bringing you the future. At the sound of the tone, the time will be 12 o'clock a.m.
He's still sleeping. The dark hour occurs every day at 12 midnight. You could say it's the hidden hour. During this time, an ordinary person transmogrifies into a coffin and is oblivious to all that occurs.
Then he must be...
As you can see, he's retained his human form. He's asleep, but he's definitely experiencing the dark hour. The only question that remains is whether or not he has the potential. Although, he must. If he didn't, they would have preyed on him by now.
scary.
In any case, we should continue to monitor him for a few more days.
Yes, sir.
I feel kind of bad, though, spying on him like this.
So the guy in the cutscene, he got preyed on. Because he was able to stay awake during the dark hour. But he wasn't able to keep them away from him with his essence, I guess.
Welcome to the Velvet Room, my dear young man. My name is Igor. I am delighted to make your acquaintance. This is Elizabeth. She's a resident here, like myself.
Pleased to meet you.
She is
This place
incredibly
exists
strong.
between dream and reality, mind and matter. It's been years since we've had a guest. Only those who have signed the contract can enter this place. Henceforth, you shall be welcome here in the Velvet Room. You are destined to hone your unique ability, and you will require my help to do so. I only ask one thing in return. That you abide by the contract and assume responsibility for the choices you make. Hold on to this.
Remember
Till
the
we
way the
meet
chair
again.
looks that he's sitting on. I find it ironic. game really teaches you time management. Assuming you didn't know it already.
How is he?
The same as last night.
Very interesting. Even those who have the potential tend to be unstable at first. Memory loss, disorientation. But this subject is rather unique. He hasn't exhibited any of the common symptoms.
But we're treating him like a guinea pig.
I understand your concern, but it's imperative that we recruit new members. I heard he's your classmate. Wouldn't you be more comfortable working with someone from the same grade?
Yeah, I guess. But still.
Command room. Is that you, Akihiko?
You're not gonna believe this. This thing is huge. Unfortunately, I don't have time to talk. It's chasing me. I wanted to let you guys know. I'm almost there.
Does that mean he's bringing that thing here?
Mr. Chairman, let's suspend our observation for now. We'll prepare for battle.
Right. Be careful.
Akihiko!
Senpai!
I'm all right. Get ready to be surprised. It'll be here any second.
This is no time to joke around.
It's one of them, Akihiko?
Yes, but not an ordinary one.
Ah! What the? You've got to be kidding me!
Mr. Chairman, please head for the command room. Takiba, go upstairs and wake him up. Then escape out the back.
But what about you two?
We'll stop it here. You led it to us, Akihiko, so I'm afraid you'll have to fight.
Like I had a choice. What are you waiting for, Yukari? Go!
I'm going! I'm coming in! I don't have time to explain. We have to get out of here now! Hurry! Downstairs! We'll leave through the back door. Wait! Take this, just in case. Okay, let's go. All right, we should be safe now.
Takiba, do you read me?
Yes, I hear you.
Be careful. There's more than one enemy. The one we're fighting isn't the one Akihiko saw.
What? was that? It's getting closer. Keep moving, hurry! I think we're okay for now. Huh? What? Those monsters. We call them shadows.
Go on.
There!
Wait.
Persona.
Thou art I, and I am thou. From the sea of thy soul I cometh. I am Orpheus, master of strings.
As we suspected.
Now, that was one of the strongest Persona. I haven't figured out how to get him yet, but I know it's through the compendium. Just gotta figure out how.
What on earth is that?
You remember that chair that he was sitting on? It was almost the exact same design as Orpheus's thing on the back.
Is it over?
I don't have Persona yet. How much HP do I have? 60. This is where your academics, charm, and courage come into play. They affect your stats. See, Orpheus is weak against lightning and wind. I think that's wind. Or shadow. Okay, that's shadow. Lightning and shadow.
Are you okay? Oh, come on! Say something!
Are you alright?
Can you hear me? Please! Answer me!
I'm hoping when I get other enemies and other party members, the battle system doesn't slow down, because it kind of showed me a little bit of stuttering a while ago.
It's so nice to see you again.
I hope that's not the case.
You became unconscious after awakening to your power. It's nothing to worry about, though. So just relax. By the way, I see that it was Orpheus that heeded your calling. That power is called a persona. It is a manifestation of your psyche. It may take some time to fully comprehend. A persona is a facet of your personality that surfaces as you react to external stimuli. You can think of it as a mask that protects you as you brave many hardships. That being said, your power is still weak. When you use your persona ability, you must channel your inner strength. The ability evolves as you develop your social links, your emotional ties with others. The stronger your social links, the more powerful your persona ability.
Which is
Please
very true in real
remember
life.
that.
Very
Now
true.
then, time marches on in your world. I shouldn't keep you here any longer. Next time we meet, you will come here of your own accord. Until then, farewell.
Oh, looks like I'm getting here by Honda next time. Honda Accord, get it? Ha ha ha. So we got 22 days to the next full moon.
You're awake. How do you feel? Thank goodness you finally came to. How much sleep do you need? It's been a whole week. I was so worried about you. Oh yeah, this is Tatsumi Memorial Hospital. It's just a short walk from the station. The doctor couldn't find anything wrong with you. He said you were just exhausted. But you kept sleeping and sleeping. You know how worried I was? I'm sorry I couldn't do anything. Even though I was supposed to protect you, But your power, it was amazing. You mean the shadows? They're what we're fighting against. And the power you used, we call it Persona. We'll explain everything later. I'm sorry I didn't tell you before.
Hope the screen didn't black out a while ago.
I
had a pop-up.
I wanted to tell you that I'm sort of like you. My dad died in an accident when I was little. My mom and I aren't exactly on good terms. You're all alone too, right? To be honest, I already know about your past. But it didn't seem fair, so I wanted you to know about mine. It was back in '99. There was a big explosion in the area. Supposedly, my dad died in the blast, but nobody really knows what happened. He was working in a lab run by the Kirijo group. So, I'm hoping that if I stick around long enough, I'll find out something. That's why I'm going to Gekkoukan High, and why I was there when this happened to you. Of course, I panicked and wasn't much help. It was my first time fighting them too. I'm sorry. You wouldn't have to go through all this if I wasn't such a coward.
Remember that the other girl that's with us, Mitsuru, her last name's Kirijo. Remember that.
Thanks. But still. Here I am telling you all this the minute you wake up. While I was waiting, I thought to myself, I've been hiding so many things from him. As soon as he wakes up, I'll tell him the truth. So, thanks for listening. I've been wanting to share that story with someone for a long time. Alright, I'm gonna get going. I'll let the others know you woke up. Take it easy, okay? Be a good patient. And don't hesitate to call the nurse. I'm sure she'll take good care of you. Bye!